let me put on some makeup. I've been makeupless. All right, we're going to be talking about stressful situations in which we all can be put in at one time or another. Have you been in a stressful relationship or a stressful job or a stressful home, or all three are stressful and just being putting you to the ends of the earth? So, um, like I said, I have been put into a lot of stressful situations all the way around. Sometimes at home, sometimes at work, sometimes both. So when you're in that stressful situation, what I tell people is, believe it or not, keep your mouth shut. You don't know if you're going to say, even if you want to say, I didn't do it, I'm not wrong, it might seem, and they would put it, that you were back talking, even though you wanted to prove you were right. When people have already put you as, they put themselves as judge, jury, and uh, things like that, it's just not fair. So let me talk about my father. Uh, He was a corporate lawyer for Chrysler for years. And he would tell me certain things that he could. Certain person would come up to him, and he called it the tattletale effect. That's where you feel that somebody is wrong. And instead of going up to that person and saying, you did this and this wrong, I don't feel right, could you not do that no more? And the person goes, okay, I understand. No foul, no thing done. I won't do it no more. And everything is hunky dory and things are fixed. You didn't have to go to a manager to get someone in trouble. You just took care of it yourself and showed the manager down the road will hear, hey, they're easy to get along with. If they got a problem, they come up to the person. They don't include the manager. She's acting like a manager position. Now, someone who's a sociopath or someone not mentally sound, mind or body, might do the opposite. What they might do is go and tell the main manager, act like oh shit has rained down. And what happened was a certain situation where a person did not like me being so close. I didn't know, and now I know. All right, that person doesn't, whatever. And I know, not because she came up to me, but because she went to the manager and made a whole drama. Let me tell you something that my ex, who I don't get along at all, and he knows me though. And when I mention the fact about anything to do with me liking other women, he laughed and said, oh, you're furthest from the fact. My ex brother in law is gay. He knows a lot of lesbians. I punched one of his lesbian friends and told them, you are not going to think that you're going to have me. I am heterosexual. Leave me alone, or I'll get the other eye. Being that I'm a pretty cool, complex person, that person left me alone and said, you're in the right. I'm sorry. I'm not into those type of things. It's just, it is what it is. So in that instance, I also want to state to the fact, if you're a good manager, a decent manager, and you have someone tattletaling, the best thing to curb that is start writing their asses up and saying, you know what, take care of your own problem and talk to that person, because I don't want to hear it. I got other things on my plate. I don't need to have all that drama. But if you're a bad manager, this is what you're going to do. You're going to listen to that person, not realizing that they miss a day out of each week or more, that they have their own problems, and maybe they're trying to fix it to look good for that moment. Instead of going up to the actual person who pissed them off for that moment, You make a whole drama-filled episode of hell. You can write it right in the gates of hell and put it out there. Now, if you're a manager that is lazy, that shows me you're a manager that likes drama. You could be the hardest working motherfucking manager, but if you like drama, that's where you're going with it. Now, I have worked under a lot of management in my lifetime. And in that, I have also seen a lot of good ones that taught me a whole lot. Good management loves when you do well and go up. If you're going up in the company and they want to do something for you, and you have somebody who is jealous, who knows that they won't be able to do anything about it, but they would love to get you in a point where you can be hurt, that management doesn't catch on, then they're in the wrong. They really are. If they're not going, so, you know, my dad loved to do as a manager, let's look at your attendance and your complaints. Do you have any? My dad would pull up all the people he was there for. And they knew that he was a manager that was not lazy. That meant that most of the people came up to him to bitch. It's not just having proof. He wanted to know, did you talk to the other person at all? Did you communicate with them? Well, I don't have time for this. He was taking care of over 100 people or more that were below him. He didn't have time to hear every little squabble, because if he did, he wouldn't get his job done. He was a manager. It wasn't his business. He would say, so did you talk to the perpetrator, the person? Did you take another person with you? You can have a witness. No? Oh, well, my dad would turn around, write a ticket and say, next time, don't bother me. I have over 100 people below me. He would look at them and say, that's what I have. So if you're in a situation where management wants to get you out of where your workplace is, and suddenly you find yourself feeling scared and feeling frightened, don't feel frightened. The best thing to do is keep your mouth shut, no matter how many nasty words come out, how they make you feel. Just remember, you will be home and you can talk to people who love you or care about you. That's the one thing you want to let be known. Call the people who care about you. Tell them what you're going through. Don't tell the internet. Don't say, hey, you know, this, that, and whatnot. I'm giving you points of view that can happen. If you have somebody who doesn't want to talk to you, and you have management who doesn't want that person to talk to you because they love the snitch thing or whatever it's called, they put a very negative environment for the workforce, then what you got to do is start looking for another job and having friends knowing what's going on, making a paper trail and letting people know and asking them, because every state is different with every procedure. And because this is seen in other places of the world, I would like to state the fact that it's different. I can't suggest nothing. I am not a professional on that point. But from my feeling and what I was told and taught by my own father, who was a corporate lawyer, people were under him, and he did work hard. And he did not have time to play. Hey, let's play drama. Are you ready to play drama? Come on down. Let's play a little drama. Hey, come on, tell me your secrets and stuff. Did you talk to that person? No, you did not dare say. Well, let's go. Let's make them feel like shit. Come on, I'm the bad manager. Let's put it out there. Let's not even take care. Did you take care of it yourself? You didn't know. You want drama. That's what you want. And you'll get that. You'll get a lot of drama. My dad didn't have time. He had shit to do. Every place in Chrysler has their own lawyer for that state, for that country. If there's a Jeep, Chrysler, if there's a Chrysler product in the UK, there's several lawyers that represent that company that is paid by them. And that's what my dad had to deal with. They had a huge lawsuit that was coming in and they were dealing with it. We had two people, two women to be exact, come up to my dad and try the drama factor. My dad looked at them and wrote two things, ripped it off at the same time and handed them. It said, you talk to your perpetrator. I have way too much shit going on. Do you understand that? Did you read the booklets? Yeah, the booklets even stated that. If you want to prove me wrong in other ways, but they have even impounded that in Chrysler's whole thing. If you cannot take care of your problem and it's been exhausted, you have tried 3 separate times to really meet up and talk with that person and take with that. If you do not, you will get a ticket. Nobody needs fucking drama unless you don't want to get your work done. The only people who stir up drama and carry it out are people who live by it. And they don't get much done. Let's just put it out there. So when you're dealing with a drama-fied person, and right now you can't get away from them, and you're dealing with that, the only thing you could do is keep quiet. You have a recorder on your phone, record all the stuff being said by either people or whatever, because you have that power. It gives you power. Let's understand that. You are not weak. The other people are being asshats, not you. So we're going to be showing another way to deal with stress is exercising. We're going to be doing some exercising and we're going to be talking about how to get started and what is a time to start to exercise. Now, if you are not exercised in over a year, you got to start now. Now, when I didn't exercise for over a year, living in a small space that was, I tried all I can. I started again. I usually exercise at home. I'm waiting to join the gym because of the fact that right now, financially, I would like to keep as much money as I can. I enjoy, all the things that I have learned. The one thing that is important for everyone to understand is no, I'm not mad at anyone. I'm kind of disappointed. I was in a very stressful situation that caused me so much stress that I'm going to be honest, me and that toilet been bestie friends. That's right. Me and the toilet been besties. And it's not number one, it's number two, like a lot of number two. So my son figured out my stomach was stressing. He already knows that when I get stressed out, a lot of times if I keep it in, it has to go out one way. And it came out, let's just put it this way. Yeah, I was best friends with my toilet. I meditated and I prayed for them. I really did. I meditated and forgave them and thought to myself, well, maybe they'll learn down the road. I hope that all goes well. They'll learn, because if you don't want the drama-filled workplace, you got to treat it as that. And as management, when someone comes and tattles to you, like someone used to tattle on me, what happened was, you ever see it takes a while for the toilet to fill up. It was something wrong with the line, and every fucking time I used it and I flushed the toilet, it was dead. So a coworker who liked drama, a lot of drama, would go up to management. She's not flushing the toilet. She's not flushing because I have no water in the tank. I can't flush the toilet. I would have to go outside, pour a bucket, walk back in there. By the time I walk back in there, Anthony management's walking in and getting me the pissed off face like I'm nasty and causing drama. So if you have anybody who causes drama, start giving out tickets. If you're smart, you'll start giving out tickets. So did you ask Stephanie what the reason was? Well, there's no water in the tank, but I'm a Karen here, and I just want to have the water done. I gotta go pee. If you're that fucking crazy to go and include management on something I cannot stop or control. So by the time he comes in, and I have gotten and literally had to get a bucket and stuff, and the management goes, "Why are you doing that?" It's having a hard time filling up. Everybody knows that, including the perpetrator who told on me. And that's how I said it. The perpetrator who told on me. I'm sorry. I had to pee. I didn't. There was no water in the tank. Click, click, click. And they're acting like asshats. If you're a management position and you are taking other people's drama instead of giving out tickets and saying, take care of it yourself first. And if you don't succeed, then I step in. Because it's like management saying, hey, hi, I like drama and making people feel like shit and causing drama and making people just feel hurt. And if you're in that position where you like that drama, where you expect people to tattle, then you're no better than the thug and crapheads that are doing it. Period. Like I said, my dad was a great manager. He used to get plaques from it. Yeah, because he didn't cause drama and he got his work done. Yeah. The two women that came up to him, they went above him. Yeah. You know what? They said the same thing. Did you talk with him? Oh, you didn't. Click 2 more tickets. In my work, it's different, but in my dad's work, if you get 3 tickets, you get a week off. And they tell you why you get a week off and why you're not getting paid. You can't use your any vacation. It's supposed to be to get your pocketbook. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. Oh, I forgot to do StreamYard. I'm so sorry. I've been just live stream. Oh, 1 minute. All right. There we go. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry. I'll just stay on longer. I don't care. It's not like I got to be anywhere. Well, I would like to, entering studio. Hello. Woo! Okay, I'm entering the studio. Okay, now I got to get it to share. Share screen. Okay, I'm live on both ends. Woo! Okay, oh, let me get my thing on here for my. All right, I'll put both of them out. We have. Okay, and then let me go to StreamYard. Oh, it was. And my cats are being love muffins. All right. If you're in a stressful situation, and when I went to court with my dad and it was dealing with unemployment, the worst thing you can do is try to say anything. Just keep quiet, say nothing, and just, move along. Because if you say something, they can state that you were bad mouthing, you were, even if you were in the right to say, sometimes, like the judge said, you know what, we know what went on, but you wouldn't stop talking, and it made it more stressful. Now, if I would have been in this situation that I was in, I probably would have broke down, cried, and gave him a really good show. But I was just so floored and like astonished. I really thought at first that they were joking around, but then they weren't. And I'm like, oh crap, this is this is really scary. This is a bad workforce. This scares me when management doesn't realize that they're not doing a good job. Not doing a good job is listening to somebody say, I never talk to them. I'm doing this so I could get some stressful drama. That's what I want. I want drama. And, this workforce lives for it. And if you have a workforce that lives for the drama instead of the reality of taking care of things in a professional manner, then that's what you do. You take care of it. You don't treat someone like shit. And that's what happened. I had a drama thing happen. A drama mama came up to a management position, did not come up to me, came up to management. Like my daddy said, you get the drama mamas, and he had two of them. So when he gave them two tickets, they got pissed off and they decided to bring four of their friends and themselves, and they were going up to the big guy because they were getting my daddy in trouble, is what they said. So my daddy just said, it is what it is, and they went up. That day they found out not only does my dad give out tickets, but so did that guy. He said, so did you talk to my daddy? They all looked at each other. Four of them haven't even met him, is what they said. Oh, okay, you're making hearsay stuff because you want to have your friends feel cozy. And it looks like, you know what it looks like when you haven't met somebody and you're trying to put up, you're standing behind your friend who is going against a manager who is a hardworking person and hardly misses work. Whereas what the big guy, the boss over my dad, said, all six of those women missed work at least once a week. All six of them had problems in getting there on time. He said at the rate all six of them were going, they'll last maybe a couple more years because they'll be moved down to different parts of their legal team because they believed in giving them a chance, but not without spreading rumors, which is going to management instead of going to that person. I've had in the past management spreading rumors in the past, in my past life, in my past work history. I've actually had managers spread rumors. Those are the worst managers. Those managers are the bully, and the bullies are always the same. They have the same MO: get along great with all the other people, pick out the one that seems a bit nice and start something. It never ended in that, you know. And that's the best way to do. And I tell people this: do not say nothing, do not give them ammo. If they tell you you're the worst human being on the fucking face of the earth, just look down on the ground, or, go. You can't even say what it is what it is, because you might. And then in some cases, you don't know the mental capacity of who you're dealing with, who wants to really, really, really hurt you. And those are the scary managers. Now, I've never had that, but I had a friend, Crazy Christine, had a crazy manager. She decided that she was going to give the guy, this is the reason why she quit giving out 2 weeks notice. He had told her that, and then she got in trouble for getting her stuff back. They had, she was helping the, I don't know what it was, but she ended up leaving her purse in the office because where they were going, she couldn't care. I don't know what happened, but she ended up having to, she broke into the office, just took her purse, closed the thing. Mind you, you had a security system. She said it was so funny. She broke in there, got her stuff. The only security they had was through the windows. And by the time the security company came, she was already gone. And the guy figured out it was her. She said he was being a dick. And that's when she quit working for him. It just happened, you know. She would meet these real dickheads that sometimes would just try to take advantage of her, try to steal her stuff. I'm like, God dang, don't you know they're just being nice to take your stuff sometimes, you know? So when you're in a stressful situation, like I said, talk to a lot of friends. It's always good. I did. I was like, I couldn't believe what I was put through. I really couldn't. I was floored yesterday. I went outside after my shower and I meditated a bit and thought, I'm glad that I was brought up by my dad. And what my dad used to do was tell me how to be a good manager. He said lazy managers are the ones that love the drama and they go and have the drama mamas and have a, yeah, isn't that great? It's all drama. If I owned a business, any business, I don't care what kind of business, it could be, you know, picking up horse poop business. And I have an employee come up to me. I'm busy doing my own shit. I don't have time to listen to somebody tell me that they can't handle themselves and talk to a human being and go, hey, you know, I don't like what you're doing. Do you think you could quit it? Let me give a good suggestion. I worked over at Toys R Us back in the day over in Southgate. And I worked with one guy that was a seasonal guy that was the biggest asshole. And I would say, don't slap the back of me. It is leaving bruises. Like I had more than one. You're hitting me way too hard. I was a big girl. I wasn't skinny at all. So he did quit and I didn't have to go to management. But I know for a fact several people didn't talk to him and I talked with management for him. Do you know what I said? Why are you letting these little girls state that when they were going up to him, hitting him, and you can check it on the video? Manager checked it. He goes, hey, why are you hitting him? Oh, yeah. And you're not even, giving him the benefit of the doubt and talking to him. That's a Toys R Us. They really took care of that situation. You had two drama mamas who were about 18 thinking they were all cute. Yeah, it was until they lost their job because you know why they were dramifying it? They missed 3 full days in a row. And then they thought that they can go and make a drama fed thing, which they caught on. And they asked them why they missed the 3 days. Well, they called in sick. Well, we need a doctor's note. You can come back to work when you bring a doctor's note. Guess what? The doctor's note never came and they were never asked back. They were pretty much fired for playing the drama mama game. How many of you played it? I haven't. But if you know somebody who plays it at work, that would be something to put out. Really. Because the drama mama thing is something that should be noted unless the manager themselves have used it and thought, wow, isn't that good? I'm a Karen. Woo! Wow. I told you, Karens don't like me and drama mamas don't like me when I'm management because I don't put up with that. And I was pretty much, the way the situation, I'm going to just state, I have never been so hurt in my life by a single company. I have never been. I'm just like floored, really, really floored. The drama mama thing is up and alive in certain places and they know who they are. And I don't play that, so I stayed quiet. Hey, it is what it is. That's what I thought. I was afraid to say anything, to be yelled at and screamed at. I've had management come 2 inches from my own face because I got up and turned my back to them. I didn't know if they were going to do something really scary or what. I was really like, okay, I felt like I was in this position where everyone said nothing. They were too scared to. All I did was being yelled at because I didn't get along with my manager, who was the biggest shithead I've ever had. I'm not going to say his name. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, no. Because of the fact, you know, he was my adult, I guess you would say, person who was hurting me, and he was allowed to. I was like floored. I really was. I've never in my life have been treated like this. And I stood back and thought it's going to get better. And guess what? It hasn't gotten better. The reality of the whole point is I need to go to more on a positivity, and that's where we're going to do some exercises, and we're going to first meditate and get ourselves grounded so we can be on a positive note. Yeah, a lot of bad stuff happens, and a lot of people keep quiet. When you're going through these stressful things, the best thing to do is not say anything. It's afterwards when you talk to friends and stuff by yourself. You don't send it in a text. You talk to your friends so they can't share it with anybody and think different of you. Don't talk to the perpetrator. She will probably, he, whoever it is, will make out like you're the demon spawn of whatever. Drama mamas are all the same thing. They all have the same problem. What they do is they have something that makes them feel inferior to another person. Instead of raising that other person and saying, I want to be like you. I know you like, look at, what I have. It's great. But I want what you have. Could you tell me how you do what you do? And I've had people tell me that I'm an amazing person. How do you do that? Don't consider myself amazing. I consider myself a human being that's just trying to, in some cases, wake people up, give people the knowledge, I wanted to fix where I got my Xbox going yesterday. I went and closed down and said, My feelings have been so bruised and so hurt. It gave me stomach problems from 6 o'clock last night. Well, I would say no, it was 9 o'clock. I felt, let's just put it this way, my stomach fucking talked to me and it said some things, and I spent a good 2 hours on the toilet and went directly to sleep with all my clothes on. I didn't even change into my night clothes. I had diarrhea so bad that I was afraid to leave the toilet. I haven't had that kind of problem in a long time. And that's because I didn't let it all out. It has to go out one way or another. My stresses, which would be, having some bathroom problems, being besties with your toilet is what I call it. I've talked to some friends and got some advice. I've been talking to a lot. I've been just thinking to myself, if you love the drama as a manager, instead of telling somebody the reality of what my dad did and his boss did, you stop the drama mamas in their tracks. You write them out a ticket and you go, talk to that person. That person needs to hear from you. They're not mind readers. They don't understand. They want a job just like everybody else. But drama mamas usually, and my dad told me this, he called them something else, but they were a naughty name, so we won't go there. So we'll go with drama mama because that's the nicest one I came up with. When you come up with these lower energy people, you have to put them in their place or they won't learn. They need tickets because it'll teach them not to come when they themselves miss more than one day a week. And it's a pattern that needs to be taken care of. So if you know somebody doing that and they're coming up not long after they got their ass chewed up with a drama factor, then obviously you're not doing your job. You're making a horrible work environment that in some cases people have gone home and killed themselves because of this. They're dealing with private stresses they don't tell you. My dad said, imagine people with stresses that you don't know about, and you are putting them in a situation where you have not taken the fact to take time out and talk to that perpetrator with a friend. You can even record it in some cases. But if you don't take the first step to act like management, then how can management take the first step to even consider you unless you're not doing your job and they're not doing their job? It's just simple fact. If you like drama, and if you like all the stuff that goes with it, then keep up what you're doing. I'm sure that people will end up leaving and they won't come back, and that's just the way you want it. And there's a lot of people who are dramified and they say stuff. They don't care about their workforce. And if you don't care about your workforce, expect people to leave. Expect a lot of people to say the truth behind their closed doors. And eventually stuff does get out. It's an eventual thing. Doesn't matter how much you keep. Oh, well, we are a happy family. We're kind of, No, you're a drama. You can't. If you want a business that works and gets shit done, you can't have it fucking drama filled. That's the point. That's the end shot. If you're finding out that there's drama going on, then who the fuck manager allowed it? Because that's exactly what my dad said when he had to deal with other drama, and the drama mamas were dealt with accordingly. By the end of the month, they were in the mailroom, by the way. Yeah, they got the mailroom price tag too. They thought that they can stir up drama in a very expensive filled case that they tried to ruin. Yeah, with their drama shit. Oh boy, we had to they had to pull their pants up real quick and go, you're done. Boom. No drama. You want no drama when you're a manager and someone comes up to you and says, that person is bothering me. That person did this. I'm offended. I deserve justice. Ask them calmly, did you talk to that person? And if the word is no, you should be taking out a ticket and just saying, you know what? You're wasting my fucking time. You're wasting my time. I don't have time to deal with this. When you give them their first ticket, they'll tell their friends, oh shit, you know, they changed a whole song. Their song was changed from I love drama, gimme drama to oh fuck, I want to get work done. I want to keep this business running, booming, boom, 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 boom. You want to keep your business booming. You got to get rid of the drama, because if you have the drama, there's more time taking care of the drama than the business. And that's what it was told in Chrysler. You can't just do drama. And yeah, there's been some people who tried up drama, tried to bellow it out, but they were stupid. And most people don't get a second look. You do drama in the big business, Amazon, you could get in trouble for doing drama in all big businesses. That means going up to your manager before talking to the person who pissed you off. Try it, drama queens. Amazon has a no tolerance policy for making your work environment horrible. That means the Karens have the hardest time working for Amazon. That's right. Karens have the hardest time working for them. You know why? Because Amazon has a policy where you, as a person, go up to your perpetrator with a friend is suggested. That's what I was told. And you go, hi, you know how you make those big fart noises on at lunchtime and everyone thinks they're hilarious? I'm bothered by those fart noises.
From Devin. Hey, I'm going to reset the internet.
Oh, shit. Could you tell Devin I'm live? Alexa, send a message to Devin. Tell him I'm live.
I couldn't find Devin in your contacts. Would you like to draft the message anyway?
Yes.
I can send it to your phone for later.
No, send it to announcement.
Announcing on all devices. From Stefania. I'm live.
So if you're a good manager, you're going to hear that person out. You're going to go, God damn, they're tattling and they didn't even talk to the person. Shit. That's not management. That's sociopath. That's a drama mama. They want a drama. And if you want to dramify stuff and you want to do that, then you don't get as much done. Because
From Devin. Well, is there any way you can deal with the 30 seconds leave of absence?
Let me turn off my Alexa announcement. Give me a couple seconds to turn off.
What would you like to announce?
I would like to announce, Devin, give me a couple seconds to turn off my live stream and I'll restart it again.
Announcing on all devices.
I'll be
From
back.
Stefania. Devin, give me a couple of seconds to turn off my live stream and I'll restart it again.